Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another Get Ready With Me, just in case if you don't know what that is. So, I don't know what this video is going to be about, but I decided to do Get Ready With Me because I was realizing how busy I became. And if you go back to my videos, my other YouTube videos, I think you can see the dates. I took a break. And during the breaks are like good to maintain your mental health and to get constructive and creative. Because in the very beginning, when I started YouTube, I was uploading YouTube videos every day. And it became, and that's when I was working less and not really as busy as I am now. And yes, it was easier, but I was running out of things to say or things to talk about, in my opinion. And it's just like me, I talk. So how I'm gonna run out of things to talk about? But that's just how it was. And I feel like it was getting old real fast. Also, I was trying to bait, like, if this is what I wanted to do. Meaning, like, do I want to, not necessarily put all my ducks in a row, but do I really want to just, quote unquote, be a YouTuber? Like, I was trying to make YouTube another strand of income. And in my opinion, I felt like I was going about it the wrong way. Meaning, let it just happen. If it's going to be like that, it's going to be like that. If I end up picking up a huge following on Instagram, that's cool. I mean, on Instagram or YouTube. But my thing is, I started YouTube to reach a broader audience because I am in my community and I am in social life, like as far as work and like, you know, I guess community, that falls in my community as well. But anyway, so I'm seeing people that's near me, basically. But I feel like it's other people that's not near me that still needs me. And I'm not saying like needs Monique, but I'm saying like needs a life coach or could use a life coach. You probably don't need anything. Don't let me tell you. So I was just like, what can I do to reach a broader audience, a bigger audience? And I was like, okay, let me do YouTube. I stay on YouTube. I love watching ASMRs. Something about watching people eat. It's not really for the sounds for me. It's just some interesting things that they be eating. And they don't be talking. Like, it's some, like, a mukbang. And they talk. And sometimes I just want to watch somebody not talk and just eat some good food. But yeah, so I'll be on YouTube watching the Breakfast Club, watching other people on YouTube, and I just was inspired. I like Liza Koshy, David Dobrik, as far as like vlogs and stuff like that. I know it's like a lot of people I'm leaving out because some of these YouTube names you can't even freaking pronounce. So yeah. But yeah, it's just like it's like a lot of people that's on YouTube that's really unique and that really cares about what they doing, that is not worried about a paycheck. And that's what I just decided to do. I decided not to worry about a paycheck. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to work, and hey, if that happens, when it happens, it's amazing. I want nothing more. My whole goal is, let me tell you, to help at least one person a day. One person a day. And sometimes I got to the place where I'm like, oh my goodness, the day's over and I didn't help anybody. But then I would get an email or a notification or a message from somebody saying I helped them. And sometimes it's the same person. Sometimes I'll be like, dang, I need to go get some gas because I won't have time to do it tomorrow or the other days because I'm busy. So I'll go to the gas station and end up helping, let's say somebody open the door, I don't know, end up talking to somebody. Or if I'm in Walmart waiting in line, end up talking to somebody and like helping them. And it's just like, oh wow, like I stop focusing on trying to manage and control and just allowing things to happen. And I even got those days where I didn't help anybody. And when you look back and you're just like, oh, wow, you did. I helped myself, you know? So that's just my goal. My goal for right now, as far as being a life coach, motivational speaker, or TED Talk, whatever it is. I don't want to put too many labels because I don't want to limit myself. I'm open to all possibilities, all opportunities, you know? And I just want to see people win, but I also love to help people see that the potential in them, see that they had the power, that the ball was in their court the whole entire time, because I had to do it for myself. And it's just like, you know how people be like, oh, don't judge me, I talk to myself, and not like saying like anybody's crazy or anything. Like, seriously, like I became my own advisor. How I did that, I looked at my family, I looked at my family dynamic, I looked at my family foundation, I looked at the world, and I learned what to do and what not to do. Now, in that same breath, I did make mistakes as well. But it's just like when I hit the floor or fell on the floor or just fell off, I learned how to pick myself up quicker than the average person, I guess. And let me know if this makes sense. And it's just like, if I can do this, and I'm in this rut, and my mental health is taking hits after hits after hit, but I can still maintain balance and build and improve and evolve and grow, why can't I help other people? The area that I was in didn't have what I was looking for. Now, I'm very constructive, not destructive. I used to be toxic, and I used to be petty and immature. As any grown adult that is realizing their wrongdoings and actively trying to make stuff right, when they reflect, they would say just as that. That's why when you're a kid and an adult be like, stay in school and you don't have a problem with art, because they have seen it all. And you're like, nah, F school. I'm sick of school. I want to get out of school. And then once you get out of school, you see what everybody was talking about. Sometimes you have to go through things to see what we're talking about. So anyway, I seen what I was talking about. As I was saying, I have evolved and I grew. And I look back and I was just like, oh, okay, well, all I had to do was this to get this, or this to feel like this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to sit here and say I'm perfect, far from perfect. Just because somebody is a life coach, a therapist, a doctor, scientist, whatever, doesn't mean they're perfect. They're constantly learning. Honestly, we learn every day. As a doctor, they're learning new techniques every day if they're actively curious and searching for it. For me, once I have a client or once I give advice, I'm learning every day. People are uniquely different. So I'm learning how to deal and how to give advice to different people that think differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you study psychology, but it's different from actually studying a book, taking a class, and actually dealing with those type of people, like working with your hands. And so I learned that, and I'm just like, oh, okay, because sometimes a word of advice I would give to a single mother wouldn't really work for somebody that's going through something traumatic. A lot of experiences that I went through and that I've healed and I came out about and I am coping and healing on, it has helped other people. And I was just like, oh, like I didn't know, because at some time in my life, I felt helpless and I felt like I wanted to give up. Like when I really talk about depression and suicide, I'm not just talking about it just trying to be cute or just talk about it just because I like my voice. I'm talking about it because I walk that walk, I know that talk, and I want to help people. And especially like when people die, I understand that pain more than anybody, because I used to be jealous when people died and I didn't die. I used to be religious and used to pray to God like, hey, can you give this person that's in the hospital fighting for their life, can you give them my life? I used to want to take places with other people at a young age, up until I was a teenager and in my 20s, you know what I'm saying? Like depression, it comes back, but you can defeat it. And I know that people feel like, oh, you're saying that's the stigma. And it's just like, if you really, really think of the power that's in you, and I get it, it is a chemical imbalance in our head. I understand that. But we have the power to fight that. Like, it's literally people that is in the hospital fighting for their lives, and a doctor gave them a day to live. And for some reason, they stayed alive another 10 years. They have the will to live. So, long as you have that fight, long as you have that will, that gives you wiggle room, that gives you the opportunity to have the ball in your court, that gives you power in hope and self-worth. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to fight. You don't want to be defeated. You don't want to be depressed. You don't want to kill yourself. And that is what we as life coaches, therapists, anybody that's a helper, that's helping other people, that is what we work with. That is what we're looking for. Because I can have that for you, but if you don't have it, what is my hope? What is my wanting you to be here? But if you don't feel that way, and it's just like, I talked to a lot of people off the edge before, and it was just like, I was little doing this, like in elementary school, you know, I just have a gift with it. And I just noticed as I got older, I started helping people. And to be honest, a lot of people surprised. A lot of my clients, a lot of people that I help are not females. They're males. Because it's a stigma that males are just the alpha and they get it all together and go males. And it's just like, no, males, yes, they have emotions differently, sometimes the same as a female, but they feel like if I vent, I'm not as strong, or everything is not okay, I'm weak. If I go to a life coach or a therapist or a counselor, that means something wrong with me. You know, it's just like, I heard it all before. And I'm so glad to have the opportunity to just like, hey, let me take that weight off. Dump your stuff on me, you know what I'm saying? And I call it pissing. You know how, for example, if you're working all day and you just haven't got a chance to go to the bathroom and you're just like doing that little dance, like, oh, I gotta go. Or if you are just at school, or you're in the airport, in the airplane flying, and you just haven't used the bathroom because somebody's using it. And when you finally use the bathroom, you just like, you just relieve yourself. I call that pissing. And it's a technique, it's a method to it. This is my example, because I love to have people understand. It's one thing about hearing me talk and then me giving examples, but seeing stuff makes it easier. So back to this guy. This guy is 47. We are going to call him Mirror. Okay, that's his name, Mirror. This is Mirror. Mirror is stress-free, right? Mirror, he is transparent. He's good. Life is good. Then his mom dies. This is Mirror. Mirror is full of resentment, anger, and he's depressed a little. He doesn't understand why his mom died. His mom was his best friend. This is Mirror. He was empty. Now he got some stuff in him, right? Now Mirror lost his job. Now he got some more stuff in him, right? Laid on bills. Got his car fixed, but now he got a flat tire. Wife just got diagnosed with cancer and she dies as well. Mayor's 47. This is all his life. All his life. This is all the stuff he's going through, right? He's 47. Now he's like at all-time high with depressed. Anxiety levels through the roof. And he just doesn't see himself getting by. He doesn't really understand why he's still here. This is Mirror. This was Mirror. Now this is Mirror. This is all the stuff that you are going through and all the stuff that you just keep inside. Honestly, you have no more room. I mean, you have that little room, but that little room is your will to live. It's your will to fight. It's your everything to just defeat this, your purpose. But that's all he has compared to all of this. This is all. As a life coach, as a therapist, as a counselor, as anybody that is helping anybody, is working with. I would take this over this any minute. He would be like, well, nah, he don't got no more wiggle room. He can't do nothing. You can fill it up a little bit, but the good outweighs the bad. I mean, well, the bad outweighs the good. So what we gonna do? How can you help somebody that has all of this? By doing this. You allow people, as a life coach, as a therapist, as a counselor, to pour into you so you can indeed do this. He's empty, you're empty because you're trained and you're certified and you know how to do this. You know what I'm saying? You know how to allow somebody to pour in you and you just relinquish that together. You don't take it and he doesn't take it home. He don't take it back. Meaning, as a life coach, I have a life coach. I have a therapist. I have mentors. As my client, I'm the life coach. So they're dumping on me. I'm dumping on somebody. Somebody else dumped on somebody. And we also learn techniques to not allow it to consume us. You know what I'm saying? So that's really what it is. It's just working with any type of wiggle room, any type of hope. Because you may not see that hope. And that hope just is as little as you talking to me. You reaching out to me, telling me your story, telling me, inventing to a complete stranger or somebody you may know is your hope. But you don't recognize that because you're so in your head and you're so stressed and you've been consumed and you've just been like this. You've been so tensed. And then when you get with me, you're kind of like, you know what I'm saying? And then something happens and you tense again. And I got to remind you like, hey, let's push the brakes. Let's relax. Let's breathe. Let's breathe, you know? Because before you came to me like this and then now your shoulders are down. Now you relax. Now you're feeling good, you know? That's what it's like. And I really hope you guys understood that example because I love for people to understand what I'm talking about. And that's really it. People struggle. Men and women struggle. Heck, I struggle. But we can all overcome it. I'm not trying to downplay depression. I'm not trying to downplay suicide. And I'm not saying your feelings are invalid. I'm saying I can work with you just saying I wanted to take my life, but I didn't today. Because that is hope to me. And if I can see that hope, I'm going to try my hardest for you to see it. And it has worked. Literally, I have been out. I don't even know what I was doing. I was out, got a call from a client and was just like, hey, I can't take this. Look, you want to live and you think I want to live and you think you can fix me, but you can't. I'm just done. I just can't do it. So I'm just letting you know I can't do it. And I'm listening and allowing them to pour into me, allowing them to vent. But I'm smiling on the inside because it's just like you saying you can't do it, but you called me. And instead of doing it, you called me. You stopped. You didn't do it. But you just so into your head, you're not even looking like, oh, dang, I'm talking about doing it and I wanted to do it, but I'm not doing it because I'm on the phone with Monique. And Monique is helping me. And about time we get off the phone, I'm going to put down whatever it is that I was thinking about doing. And I'm not going to do it. And I'm going to be here yet another day. Doctor starts to come in. You're going to overshadow it by that light. You have to. You have to. We can do it together. I am more than open to assist you with it. But you have to be willing to fight. And even in your fighting, you may not recognize that you're fighting. Just by hearing this video, by watching me talk, you're fighting. Because you stayed this long. We're like 20-something minutes in, and you're still listening to me. Instead of clicking out and be like, nah, I don't want to do this. You're fighting. It's a little mustard seed. Google what a mustard seed is. That's what you have. And that is what I will work with.